back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, as always. And today, we're gonna spice up the holiday just a little bit by reviewing the Nespresso Vertuo Reviving Origins Café de Cuba that they released, I believe, a week ago or so on the Nespresso website. I know this is like not a new release by any means. It's one that they've had before on the website. I think it was like a limited edition. They took it off and now they're bringing it back. And I've yet to try it, so I'm really excited to try it for y'all today. Now, they didn't go into too much detail about the pod on the actual box, so I did go into the Nespresso website to learn a little bit more about it, and it's supposed to be an 8-ounce pod, like we know already. It's supposed to have woody notes, smoky notes, and it's supposed to be a fairly intense pod, and the intensity level shows that at an intensity 8 out of 11, so I'm intrigued to see how this pod tastes. I don't know if I'm really like an intense gal right now, nor am I an 8-ounce pod gal right now. Like, I've been loving my iced lattes that have been like smooth, creamy, and very like light roasted espresso. So this will be kind of a change up and spicing up my holiday right now. So I'm excited to try it. And because we're only trying one pod today, I think I'm going to try it both hot and iced, despite the fact that they haven't really specified like a way that it should be had or like a recommended way to brew it. So I say we just try it hot and iced. In the iced way, I'll probably do a little bit of recipe just because I am craving some coffee right now. So I say we get into it. I also wanted you guys to see the design of the pod. Much like other Reviving Origins pods, it has that really kind of cool calligraphy with a black background or a dark background of some kind. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really like it. I think it's a little dramatic, kind of cool. So no qualms with the design of the pod, honestly. But the smell of the pod is actually what's kind of the kicker for me right now. It is a lot more aromatic than I thought it was going to be, which I really like. Like, as it was brewing and as I was showing the pod just now, I can like smell it, which is really nice. It kind of wakes you up. It has a very smoky, intense smell, kind of earthy, but also a little bit nutty and sweet at the same time. And I know that they didn't say that nutty notes were part of the flavor profile or anything like that, but I do smell a little bit of that. So I'm excited to give it a taste. Sammy also wanted to give the Reviving Origins Café de Cuba pod a taste as well. Hi, Sammy. He says hi. Yeah, this is like, it's not like bad bitter, but it is definitely bitter and very intense. It's just generally a very bold pod, and I like it. I think that it might depend on my morning. Like, there are definitely going to be some mornings within the next few months that I feel like this is going to be the perfect pod for me. And other times I feel like this is not going to be the pod for me. If you are somebody who likes really sweet, kind of caramelly, creamy, blonde roasted pods, this is definitely not the pod for you. This is definitely a dark roasted pod. It is intense, it is smoky, much like all the notes we're talking about. I don't think it goes down like with a lot of like force though. Like, I don't have to like force myself to drink this pod. I do think it's smooth in that way, but it's definitely intense and a little bit bitter as well. So I think it's a nice kick in the morning if that's what you're looking for. And I think it can appeal to a broader audience than some of the other more intense dark roasted pods they have. So that is something I really like about it. Just with a plain taste test like this, I'm going to rate it a 7 out of 10. I have no qualms with it. I don't think this is a bad pod. It is very much like kind of in the center for me. I could see myself maybe buying this again depending on the price and, you know, what my wallet looks like, but I don't think I would like be screaming, kicking, crying to get this pod. It's not something I live, laugh, love for, okay? So that's kind of, take that as you will, okay? I am excited to try it over ice, so I think I'm going to brew another one and put it through my hyper chiller, and then we're gonna make a recipe out of that. Okay, y'all, we made a cute little iced coffee moment. And yes, I added nugget ice because I think nugget ice makes every iced beverage better, right? But I was really craving something kind of sweet, rich, and salty to go with the flavor profiles of this pod. I think that it has really nice smoky notes and is really intense, and I thought like a really rich, buttery syrup that also had like a hint of saltiness would help like level that those flavor profiles and just make them better. I did not have a salted caramel on hand. I think that would also go really well with it, but then I realized I had a brown butter toffee one, and so I added just a pinch of Himalayan like pink salt to it, and so I'm excited to try it. Honestly, half of my coffee making is really just like trying things and seeing what happens, okay? Very, very scientific process, obviously. So let's give it a try. Dare I say it, this is one of the better recipes I've made in a while. I think the brown butter toffee flavor mixed with that hint of saltiness that I added was just a really good combo with the flavor notes of this pod. So I would highly recommend it. I'll put the recipe down below if you guys do decide to buy the Café de Cuba pod, or if you just want to like try that recipe with other pods that you already have at home. Generally, it was 2 tablespoons of the Jordan Skinny syrups, brown butter toffee syrup, a pinch of that pink Himalayan salt that I have, or honestly, probably any salt would be fine, and then 2 tablespoons of half and half cream, and then the nugget ice, and 1 pod chilled. So yeah, I'll put that down below. Like I said, if you guys do end up giving this recipe or the pod or both a try, please let me know how you like them. And speaking of like the Jordan Skinny syrups, it's reminding me that I've yet to update you guys on the syrups that I've gotten since I've gotten here. I've added quite a few syrups to my repertoire since I moved here. I got rid of a few, had a few syrup casualties, and then I had a company send me some, and then I bought some for the holidays. So I really need to do a year in review. Stay tuned for that in 2025 at the beginning of it. So I'll try to get that up as soon as possible. And I'll try to get this video up as soon as possible, edited and all that fun stuff. But in the meantime, I really, really hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye. Okay, I have to go taste coffee now. I will see you. Oh.